second match of Season 13 of Siege of Winterfell was about to begin, and the lords and ladies of TSM were preparing their marches. Their opponent 1MP had a smaller force on the field, but that does not always tell the story. TSM were coming off a devastating season opening loss to UNB, and they would need to put their best foot forward to be competitive. Bezedash and Eakai 1 announced their strategy. 2 teams, one would go to Armory for the attack buff, and the second would go to Hot Springs for the healing buff. Lady Sam prepared her infantry and sent them to the Armory. Smoker is cavalry and was the first to arrive, followed by Bezedash, Ariana, and several others. Soon the Armory was alight in battle. TSM had 8 out of 11 locations. The 1MP forces were spread too thin to make an impact. Soon, the Winterfell resource would be ready, and the fastest cavalry would need to deliver it to a TSM-occupied base. Strong spear accounts would be needed in order to defend the carrier. Lady Sam directed her marches to Base 1. Her troops were depleted, but not enough to recall. Not yet, anyway. When the base was secured, she took the time to refresh her troops. TSM was moving as a pack of direwolves. Their next test would be the fight for the resource. 1MP began to fall behind, and TSM was able to take the resource several times. Their strategy worked. With nearly 12 minutes left, troops were recalled so that their opponent could make some points. Earlier, the Citadel had sent word that there would be a new research tree in the Maester Tower specifically for Siege of Winterfell, and Lady Sam was able to unlock several of the available buffs. Aside from that, Lady Sam was able to use the Agile buff from the support Dragon Sapphire, buffing her marching speed, and before she headed to the tournament ground, she had scouted an enemy castle for Froba. At the beginning of the match, Lady Sam had tried to stay on the west side of the battlefield. However, as TSM's lead grew, she was able to move around more freely. It was a great time for the lords and ladies to test their lineups. 1NB fought valiantly, but the disparity in participants would cost them in the end. Lady Sam sent her troops to Stark Outpost 1, while Bezedash took the resource from Winterfell. It was a great example of teamwork. As they reached their score ceiling, TSM began to recall their troops and enjoy a well-fought victory. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I look forward to seeing you again soon.